Hello and welcome to the John Art Show. Today's episode is called Getting Financial Advice from Mobsters. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Now, let's get started. We noticed lately how shady and untrustworthy a lot of self-professed financial gurus appear to be online. Generally speaking, most of them seem like con men pretending not to be. So we asked ourselves, how interesting would it be to ask for financial advice from real criminals, real con men, and real gangsters, rather than getting it from a lot of these creepy financial gurus online? So what did we do? We reached out to several underworld figures, mobsters, gangsters, and we sent them a questionnaire full of questions that we thought ordinary people might like the answers to. We asked them to read the questions and answer them from the perspective of a mobster or a gangster. We got their answers, and we're going to give them to you now. Now, keep in mind that neither we nor the mobsters are financial advisors, and that we're not giving you financial advice, nor are we telling you that you should take this advice and use it to make your money investing decisions. We're just doing this for entertainment purposes, and that's how you should view it. Do not go out and empty your bank account and start investing the way some of these people say you should. So here are the questions and answers that we got from different gangsters and mobsters. Question number 1, do you trust the stock market? Answer, no. The stock market is just a giant roulette wheel controlled by a bunch of well-dressed crooks. Everybody knows it's manipulated in favor of the insiders and always has been. The only thing sleazier than the old stock companies are the newer stock companies trying to sell you their stocks. Question number 2, have you ever invested in the stock market? Answer, yeah, but only when we had inside information, and every time we did that, we made money. It's funny how that happens. I'll tell you a story. If you could invest in stocks that the politicians invest in, then you will always make money. What does that tell you? Who do you think the politicians are getting their advice from? Question number 3, do you ever watch any of the business channels on cable? And if so, what do you think of their advice? Answer, it's funny and it's pathetically desperate, but it's funny. When we watch some of these business shows on cable for a few minutes, do you know what they remind us of? They remind us of some of the guys we hired to run our boiler rooms to sell shady stocks to innocent morons too. It's the same lies, the same sales tactics, it's the same language. It's almost like these crooks went to the same school of thievery that our crooks went to. Or maybe just great minds think alike, who knows? Question number 4, what do you think of the current state of the economy? Is it getting better or worse? Here's what we think. Do you know when an invading army enters into the nation they just conquered, what's the first thing they do? They loot their treasury. That's what's happening now. America is being looted by our enemies. But this time it's not the Nazis we're fighting with. It's a bunch of guys wearing really expensive suits pretending to be the good guys. Those trillions of dollars they're printing, that's money that's being looted from the treasury. Where does it go? Who knows? Not to you or me. Question number 6. Where do mobsters like to invest or put their money these days? Answer, not in the stock market, not in real estate. You know, in the 80s and 90s, a lot of guys put their money into office towers and shopping malls because it was an easy way to launder and hide their money. Most of the high rises you see in Miami today were built by cocaine money in the 80s and 90s. Why do you think those buildings are falling down now? It's because they were built terribly. I'm guessing they paid off some building inspectors so they could save money and build them on the cheap. Now we're staying away from real estate because we think the market is going to collapse. The things that work best are drugs and inside jobs where we take things from morons who think their security is so great that it can't be stolen. Question number 7. What do you think of gold and silver? Answer. The more the crooks on TV and on Wall Street tell you that gold and silver are bad investments, the more of it you should buy. Gold and silver are God's money. The stuff is always going to have real value. Just make sure that you have it checked with what's called an XRF scanner to make sure it's real. There is now so much fake gold and silver coming into the country that you have to scan every coin and every bar that you buy. That's how bad it's getting. Next question. What do you think the economy will do in the next 12 to 18 months? Answer. I almost feel sorry for straight people trying to make an honest living out there. I think the economy is going to get worse than it's ever been over the next year or two, and that it's going to be extremely difficult for normal people to survive what's coming. Question number 9. What do you think is harder, trying to run a business, a straight business, or trying to make money as a mobster? Answer. Well, first of all, there are no straight businesses. Most of the big companies are run by crooks and psychopaths. And a lot of the little and medium-sized companies got destroyed by the lockdown. In the old days, you could open up a neighborhood bar and do well for yourself. Now, a lot of the bars have been put out of business. The thing that makes the most money are the addictive things like drugs and alcohol. The only time people spend a lot of money is when their addictions force them to do it. But it's getting more difficult to make money with alcohol because so many of the bars, the distribution channels, are disappearing. Well, that's it for now. We'll reveal more of the financial things these guys said in future episodes. Remember, what you just heard is not to be taken as financial advice. It's entertainment. Thank you for watching. I want to tell you that we're going to have more great celebrity interviews and more breaking news stories in the future. So we encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free and click on the notification bell so you can get notified every time we post a new story. Thank you for watching, and we shall talk to you soon. Bye-bye.